Let's move on to Team of the Week, you guys. And we're starting off with a guy who is coming off some huge Flippin' Bats guest luck. Will Smith behind the plate.
I don't know how many times I need to say it, but if you are a player
Yes.
and want to play good baseball, come on the show.
Yeah.
It for years. This has been the case. And everybody that listens, I know knows this.
Like, it happens.
I get messages all the time like, hey, can you bring so-and-so? Can you bring the whole Detroit Tigers lineup on your show?
They need some
please?
hits. We need some of that
all the
flippin' luck.
time. And Will Smith came on and was the guest last week. If you haven't listened to that, go do it. But he did come on, and then the night that he was interviewed, had like 5 knocks in the game. It was unbelievable.
Yep.
He hit .417 on the week, 6 RBIs, 17 total bases, and a 1.153 OPS on the week. So he is my catcher.
All right, moving up to first base, Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, so this was a tough one.
Okay.
As I said, Freddie Freeman did have a good week over at first base, but it was the power numbers for me, for Rizzo over at first base. And it's really good to see out of him. The great start to last year, and then the unfortunate ending for it with the concussion and all of that. And then this year starting off. And I just like seeing Anthony Rizzo be hot at the plate.
Yeah.
And he was this week, 308, 3 homers, slugged .654. So I put him at first base with those power numbers.
Moving over to second base, Edward Julian.
I have been beating the Edward Julian drum since the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah,
and to see him come up and have success this year, it wasn't there to start. He was struggling, but I believed this guy is a stud, and you can just see it when you watch him play baseball. .417 on the week, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, and a 1.417 OPS for the hot swinging Edward Julian and the hot team.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Twins winning 7 in a row. So he's at second base.
Speaking of hot, at third base, he's on a hell of a hot streak. Alec Bohm.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He might not be playing a great defensive first base because I watched him miss a ball that was not great the other day. But put him back over at third base and let him hit.
Yeah.
567 on the week with 9 RBIs, 27 total bases, and a 1.481 OPS. We'll just reiterate that first number. 567 on the week. He's at third base.
All right, shortstop. Finally making his way onto Team of the Week. Could have been here last week. Gunnar Henderson.
Did Gunnar Henderson have as good of a week as he did last week? No. But is he on Team of the Week this week and not last week? Yes. And that is because Trey Turner was great last week.
Yeah.
And Gunnar was really good again this week. 360, 3 homers, slugged .880, and a 1.273 OPS. Shout out Gunnar Henderson. It has just been, this month has been
great
really,
start to
really
the season.
Good. Yes. Great start to the year.
All right, moving to the outfield. Now, remember, this is just 3 outfielders, not in any specific order or position. First up, Detroit's Mark Canha.
Yes, Mark Canha has been a big, big addition for that Tigers lineup just because he's a guy that is actually hitting in the lineup, which is great.
Yeah.
.435 average, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, slugged 1,300 on the week. So Mark Canha is my first of 3 outfielders.
Your second outfielder. Now, he had some weird plays around the bases this week, but hitting well, Jo Adell.
If by weird plays you mean it is, cover your eyes when Jo Adell is on the bases because it looks like your local last place Little League team out there. That's how bad he's been on the bases. But at the plate, much better. Not your local last place Little League team. .438, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, and an OPS of 1.425 on the week. That will get you on Team of the Week.
All right, wrapping up the outfield, Alex Verdugo.
Just as we all suspected, an outfield of Mark Canha, Jo Adell, and Alex Verdugo on Team of the Week. But that's who we got this week because these guys raked. Alex Verdugo hit .409, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, and a 1.165 OPS. So again, my outfield, Mark Canha, Jo Adell, and Alex Verdugo.
Moving to designated hitter, who is off to a smoking hot start to the season, Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, another great week. Exit velo was like averaged over 100 on the week. He did hit 308 on the week, bringing down his season batting average, which is crazy to think about. 308, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, a 1.149 OPS. Seriously, every single ball that Shohei hit this week just felt like it was coming off the bat at 120 miles an hour. It was crazy to see.
Close.
And really good week. He's my DH.
All right, starting pitcher, the man of the week on the mound. I think everyone can agree, George Kirby.
We talked about him. We talked about the rotation. Got a win on the mound, pitched 12 innings, didn't give up an earned run, struck out 19 guys, 7 hits, 2 walks. He's my starting pitcher.
And your relief pitcher, the A's, Mason Miller. His stuff is nasty.
Yeah, so I want to talk about Mason Miller because we're not going to talk a lot about the Oakland A's this year. But if you don't watch a lot of the Oakland A's, I don't blame you. But there's one name that you need to know and you need to learn, and it is Mason Miller. This guy throws 104 miles an hour. 104 miles an hour. His fastball is electric. He's got a nasty slider. I think right now Mason Miller is the most dominant pitcher in the game of baseball.
Whoa.
I watched him talk the other day. He was talking about he had back-to-back strikeouts against the Yankees of Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, and he was talking about those at-bats. It was just really cool getting inside of his brain because he was talking about, I started him away, then I came in, and I missed, and then I went up and tried to challenge him up, and luckily he swung and missed. I'm like, luckily he swung and missed. You threw it 103 miles an hour.
Yeah,
pretty hard to hit, even if you're Juan Soto. And then he was talking to Aaron Judge about Aaron Judge. He's like, just started him with fastball away. That's my best pitch, and they showed it. There's a video, like they were showing the overlay of it while he was talking. He's like, yeah, that's my best pitch. Just starting him with a fastball on the outside corner, and it was 104 on the outside corner. Like, yeah, that's the best pitch in baseball. And then he came up and in on Aaron Judge, and he's like, yeah, he's got a bigger strike zone, so wanted to go up and in and kind of tied him up there. It was just really cool.
I love
Mason
that behind
Miller's
the scenes, like,
dominant pitcher
process.
in baseball. And he is my closer on Team of the Week. 3 1/3 innings, 3 saves, 8 strikeouts, 0 earned runs, only 1 hit, and 0 walks, which I also love about him. He's got great command as well. Player of the Week time. Of all the, we'll go around the field.
Give a little recap.
So Will Smith behind the plate, friend of the pod. Anthony Rizzo over at first, Edward Julian at second, Alec Bohm at third, Gunnar Henderson, friend of the pod, at short, Mark Canha, Joe Adell, and Alex Verdugo in the outfield. Shohei Ohtani, friend of the pod.
Oh, we've had him on. He gives us hugs.
Absolutely, friend of the pod. Then you got George Kirby on the mound, starting pitcher, and my closer on Team of the Week is Mason Miller.
All right, who's your player of the week?
Yeah, my player of the week is George Kirby.
Yeah.
What an unbelievably dominant week on the mound. And after a start to the year that was less than ideal, he has turned it around to be as dominant as I think I imagined. I think Alex imagined. I think everybody that believes in the Mariners and is a Mariners fan thinks this guy can be an ace of a staff kind of guy. 12 innings pitched with 19 strikeouts, punched out 14 guys the other night, 0 earned runs on the week. I had to go with a pitcher. It's not normally a starting pitcher on Team of the Week. Last one, though, was Ronel Blanco. And if you remember, he threw a no-hitter to become the player of the week. But this week, it is George Kirby. Pure dominance, dare I say, perfection on the mound, though not a perfect game, but pretty close to perfection to get on to become my player of the week. Alex, who's your player of the week?
My player of the week is Phillies Alec Bohm. This man is on fire right now. He's got a 12-game hit streak going on, which is the longest active streak in the majors right now. He is seeing beach balls, you guys. His batting average is .567 with 9 RBI, 1.481 OPS, and 27 total bases. And he is a huge help and reason that this Phillies team is on the hot streak that they are. And they took the series this weekend in San Diego. We heard Padres manager say, this guy Bohm, man, helps that he's one of the best right-handed hitters in the game right now. He's seeing and he's swinging it real well. He is hot.
Thanks for watching. If you like catching up on the latest news around Major League Baseball, weekly interviews with Atlanta Braves legend John Smoltz and your favorite MLB players, make sure you hit that subscribe button.